Now, at the same time, the hydraulic fracking technology, fracking, is becoming the driver of the global energy conversation. According to an energy census by the media mining company Polecat, unconventional gas and oil methods, especially shale gas, are becoming much more attractive to investors, with Australian and Chinese markets for natural gas gaining strength. Joining us with a first look at the digital content analysis is James, Chief Executive at Polecat, who use your Meaning Mine platform. It's a bit of a sort of a whiz technology. I mean, you trawl the entire digital space, right, looking for references?
Yes. The Meaning Mine analysis on the gas sector is the largest census that's been carried out. We look at millions of pieces of content every day and analyse them for key issues and key insights very pertinent to the gas sector and the energy sector as a whole, ranging from online news all the way through to social media.
Yeah, and look, shale gas is seen as this big game changer, this big revolution, particularly in the United States, but for anybody who's got shale gas deposits, people are wondering whether this can revolutionise the energy sector. What is your mining of this come up with? What does it tell us?
Well, the key thing here is that fracking is absolutely the future. If you look at the increase in demand for natural gas over the next 20 years, it outstrips the increase in demand for oil and coal and nuclear put together. And if you look at that increase in demand, 2/3 of it will be delivered for natural gas through uses of fracking technologies.
Okay, which is obviously drawing a lot of investment into the sector. So are investors feeling positive about putting money into it?
Yeah, there's two sides to the investment story. There's the global investment story, which is all about investment in the massive reserves of shale gas and other unconventional gas opportunities. But investment is also about the real need to improve the technologies for fracking, especially in Europe, where economic viability of fracking is still challenging. For example, in the UK, whilst there is a real opportunity for energy dependence being extended as a result of fracking, the reality is that only 10 to 20% of the offshore shale gas reserves are economically viable to date.
Well, also, what about the concerns of the actual procedure itself? Because if you're blasting through rock with water, so you're sort of really upsetting the structure, I guess, of the Earth itself, and people are very worried about whether that becomes destabilising.
That's very true. There are a lot of environmental and social concerns around fracking. For example, a non-governmental organisation called Sierra Club has declared a war on natural gas with its campaign Beyond Gas, building on a very successful campaign it's run in the past around Beyond Coal. And it was actually Polecat's early warning trigger technology that identified in August Global Frackdown's plans to run a campaign for a day on the 22nd of September, looking at these environmental and social concerns. And that's the big thing about the debate around environmental and social impacts on fracking. It's not like other debates in the oil and gas industry. If you take the example of extraction of oil in the Arctic, the debate against is driven typically by one large organisation. In the case of the Arctic, that's Greenpeace. With Global Frackdown, it's a consortium of over 300 organisations coming together to look at this issue and deal with the issues concerning.
So you get a pretty good read on what they're all saying.
Sure.
and put it in one place.
Yes. That's the thing. Is how do we identify? How do you get on top of all of that conversation when it's so dispersed and so local, but no less vocal and no less effective compared to those other campaigns that might be out there.
James, good to talk to you. It's only going to get bigger, though, right? Is that all the indications are this thing is only going to grow and get a lot bigger?
Yep, and two-thirds of that growth in natural gas is going to be as a result of fracking.
All right, good to see you, James. Thanks for coming in. James, Chief Executive at Polecat.